Welcome back to your week-by-week breakdown of the Little Root Landsharks. Week 2, we will be facing off with Toromon. In my opinion, this is the scariest drafted team in our league, with gigantic Paradox threats in Roaring Moon and Iron Moth, the hazard stacking mod in Glamora, 2 starters in Meowscarada and Quaquaval, one of the best defensive walls in the game, Garganackle, as well as powerful Terra captains in Kilowattrel and Bisharp. The way to start building a team against these threats is to decide how we want turn 1 to go. A fantastic lead for our opponent is always going to be Glamora, so a way for us to counter that is Great Tusk. A 1-2 combo of Earthquake into Rapid Spin should end turn 2 with Glamora fainted and no hazards on our side of the field. The only question is, can we survive a turn against Glamora? If we run 252 speed EVs with a Jolly Nature, we outspeed Glamora, meaning we no longer need to worry about choice specs damage and can instead solely focus on taking one hit from a sashed or scarfed Glamora. An incredible attack for Glamora to run against my team is Energy Ball. Adding 24 special defense EVs allows us to guarantee taking one Energy Ball, and we can throw the rest of our EVs into attack just to do as much damage as possible. With hazards removed, we can then move on to members of our team that appreciate a clean battlefield, like Enamorus. We again are going to run a slightly out-of-the-box set with the ability Contrary. Contrary is a fantastic ability causing all stat changes to flip whether or not they are positive or negative. An example of this can be Nasty Plat will no longer raise your special attack, but instead lower it by 2 stages. Or, if we use the move Superpower, we will have our attack and defense each raised 1 stage instead of lowered. These stat changes can cause us to easily overcome big threats on our opponent's team like Roaring Moon, as well as slowly allowing us to bully past defensive options like Garganackle. Adding Play Rough and Zen Headbutt to our set will allow us to hit all of the rest of their team with neutral or super effective damage. Since our goal is to have a clean battlefield with no hazards, we are able to free up our item slot to stop using heavy-duty boots, and instead use an item like Leftovers, allowing us to run Substitute a little bit more reliably, and giving us a free turn to set up against Garganackle. As I said before, Toromon's Paradox Pokemon are the biggest threats for us to deal with, and my team is not able to handle them offensively, with both of them able to hold the new Generation 9 item, Booster Energy. Booster Energy is an item exclusively useful for Paradox Pokemon, and allows their highest stat to get boosted by 1 stage once they enter battle. So if I can't muscle past these threats, we instead need to think of sets that are able to take a hit and cripple our opponents rather than knocking them out. The Pokemon tasked with this gargantuan task this week are my defensive staples, Rotom Wash and Glowking. A defensive Rotom Wash can take a hit from Roaring Moon and then respond with a Thunder Wave, cutting its speed in half. This speed drop will allow Enamorus to knock it out back even if Roaring Moon has a 1-stage boost to speed from Dragon Dance. This paired with Volt Switch for pivoting will provide immense value to our team. Instead of Protect this week, we will be running Substitute, just like Enamorus. This will prevent Garganackle from getting a free Salt Cure up on us, as our water typing takes severe damage passively from that attack. Glowking is being brought in a similar vein, but instead for Iron Moth. Our incredible special defense stat, coupled with fantastic typing, allows us to wall this Pokemon and threaten it back with Psychic. I'm running Psychic over Future Sight this week for the immediate damage, since my opponent has 2 threatening Dark types that can be swapped in and be immune to a Future Sight coming in 2 turns later. Ice Beam is getting brought back as well to help in a pinch against these Dark types, as well as Kilowattrel prior to Terastallization. Our item this week is going to be Colberberry to help in a pinch against Roaring Moon. The remainder of Glowking's moveset will be very similar to that of Rotom's, with Thunder Wave and a pivot option this time in Chilly Reception. This pivot option in Chilly Reception again allows for some more Titan shenanigans, so he will be getting run again with the same set, using Belly Drum and 3 attacking moves. However, this time we will be swapping out Liquidation for Play Rough to again help out with Roaring Moon. Now the biggest change for our team this week is going to be unleashing our biggest threat, Palafin. In order for Palafin to hit its maximum potential, we need to switch it from 0 to Hero form by entering battle and then returning to its Pokeball. The next time Palafin then is sent out, it will be hitting insanely hard and will be getting boosted even further by holding a Choice Band. Palafin does not only have a unique ability, however, but also a unique move in Jet Punch. Jet Punch is a 60 base powered move with an increased priority, allowing us to hit faster threats on our opponent's side without having to take damage first. With this stab move, we are able to patiently wait until our opponent's Pokemon have been damaged and crippled by the other members of our team before cleaning them up and earning a victory. And there you have it. Our Week 2 team has been assembled and are itching to hit the field. Let's see how they do and enjoy the battles. Alright. Time to start Week 2. Toramon's team is a scary one. A lot of things we saw from him Week 1 though, so a lot of things I was able to prepare for. That Garganackle being number 1 scary threat, to be honest. But then these two, the booster energy mons as well. So the question is, what's he going to lead? And I bet it's Glamora. So the question is, do I lead Palafin or do I lead Great Tusk? And I'm going to go Tusk. Right, get the Rapid Spin away on these things. Let's Earthquake first. I knew this. Yeah, Kianzi. Yep, and I have EV'd him to be able to take. Oh, I did not expect the Spiky Shield. I didn't expect the Spiky Shield. Oh, the EV spread is incredibly lucky. Okay. Let's bump that out a little bit to the whole team. Beautiful. I did not expect the shield. Oh my god. Okay, I hope he doesn't break it out twice. So, we got the Rapid Spin. Got the Toxic Debris, but the Rapid Spin gets rid of them afterwards, which is a weird interaction, but it's something everybody knows at this point. Because of how important. Alright, Great Tusk has done its job. Is essentially what I want to say. It has done its job. The only thing that's faster than it now is also this Iron Moth speed booster, which it might be. I know last time it was special attack boosting, but I put the idea in his head to do speed boost, or speed boosting, and I don't really know how I like that. Killo is also very scary, but he might not think I'm able to hit it. Let's see, is it the speed? Yeah, it's the speed. Yeah, okay. So, this thing is terrifying, but you know what's worse is it getting a sub up. So, do I Rapid Spin to outplay it? Oh, this is tough actually, because if I Earthquake, I break sub, no matter what. If I Rapid Spin, I might not break sub. However, I'm then faster next turn as well. So, but if he goes for something like Agility, then it's a misplay. But I don't think he's going Agility with a Speed Booster, so I think he's going to go sub. I think he's going to sub this turn. The question just is how I want to play it. We're going to tear... Oh, he just... Okay. And that's fine. Attack is also fine. I didn't want... He went for the attack raise. Totally understandable. Problem is, I haven't gotten Palafin switched over into hero form yet. So I need to do that because Jet Punch will OHKO, but in hero form. So what we do now is we go Slow King. I did not want to risk a flip turn because I figured this thing had Energy Ball for my team. Very smart play. I don't want a Thunder Wave. I think that's a little telegraphed, and I do think he's going to substitute at some point here. So I'm just going to Psychic on. Yep, here's the sub. Okay. I knew it was going to come out eventually. This thing totally walls him, so my guess is that he switches into something that can take this, which would be one of his 2 dark types. And if he's switching to a dark type, I'm Thunder Waving. So he's not staying in. He might go Garg, and if he does, that's fine. Totally understandable. But if he does that, then he's lost his booster. And this thing with booster speed is one of the scariest things, because my team just isn't very fast. And yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. This thing parried, we might get a lucky, but we're Colbur Berry. The Colbur is supposed to be for Roaring Moon, but it is a nice Meowscarada item as well. What's Chili? Yeah, the sucker punches. You can't do it on me. Screw it, we're not even going to Titan this time. We're going to start setting up. We're starting setting up right now on the, maybe a Kilowatt will switch even. I'm going to sub. He might sucker again, but I don't think he's going to. I think he's going to go into something. Golem. Okay. I love these nicknames. They're just other Pokemon. Volcarona. We'll see. I have to take a guess on some of these. I mean, it's probably just Salamence and Volcarona, but look at the Burbeeb, like Swellow. There isn't another electric flying type, right? So, which is also a very cool regional bird, in my opinion. The sub is going to be super nice here for the superpower. The contrary superpower sweep is coming. I don't think I do enough damage anymore, but this is okay because I will overwhelm him eventually. Eventually he's gonna get overwhelmed. He can recover up. However, all it takes is one crit, buddy. All it takes is one crit. Okay. And yeah, he's going for the recovers. But every time he recovers, I'm still getting stronger. That's the thing. I could try and go Zen Headbutt to try and get a flinch, but that just seems like a misplay when he's got 2 dark types that he might switch out to. I mean, that's terrible. He doesn't know. He doesn't know I've got Zen Headbutt yet, so he's not going to switch out into a dark type, but there it is. Beautiful. It doesn't even break the sub. The Zen Headbutt, what is that for? That must be for Slow King, I bet. Maybe Great Tusk, but I guess Great Tusk it hits also. I'm guessing that's for Slow King, though. Because he's got Earthquake for Slow King, but maybe he wants Zen just to see if, for the flinching as well. This thing is stupid strong. Alright, beautiful. 3, just a measly +6. Let's see these stats. 1,000 attack and 500 defense. Okay. Problem now is that everything on his team is faster than me, except for this paralyzed Leafeon. I'm wondering if he goes... I don't know what he does here. I think I'm gonna sub. Yep. Sub. I'm failing on the sub because I was expecting a Sucker Punch. He might be banded. So the question here, I should say, is if he's banded. I don't know how much the substitute has left on it. He doesn't know how much the substitute has left on it. But I can stall out his. I'm gonna sub one more time. I think he's banded. Is the thing is, I think he's banded, so I can stall out these Sucker Punches. Yep. We could do this all day. This one. I wasn't sure if he was going to do it every time. He does it every time. Okay. And he was Protean. Interesting. Okay, so the problem now is that Iron Moth gets to come in for free. However, has Enamorus done its job? No, because it totally walls Roaring Moon. Yeah, I totally walls Roaring Moon, and honestly, Kilowattrel is not great against it except for the electric attacks. Because if it's Terra Fairy, if it's Terra Ice, I mean, it's got electric anyway. And at this point, Terra Ice is pretty amazing against us. So, we could sack though. No, we're just gonna go Slow King. And then Psychic until we get something. Actually, we're not Psychicking here. We're Ice Beaming here. Because he's switching. He's switching for sure. And neither one of these is gonna like that. Yep, I just didn't know which one. Attack? Yep. Didn't matter. Oh, I'm so sorry. No, that's not the way I want to win. Please thaw. Please thaw. This is not the way I want to win. I have the Colbur anyway, so I'm not worried. But this is not the way I want to win. I mean, I'll take it, but it's a 10%. They need to fix Freeze. Bring Frostbite back. That 10, whatever, the special side burn. Oh my gosh, that was so much better. They need to bring that back immediately. Yes, okay, good. I am glad that he thawed. I also don't give a shit. Oh my god. The double freeze? No double freeze? I think Colbur will keep me alive here. I'm also just not worried because I think Banded Jet Punch just sweeps the rest of his team. I believe it will OHKO both of these. I'm fairly certain it'll OHKO Iron Moth. I think it'll OHKO Kilowattrel as well. Either way, we'll see. I'm going for the Colbur Berry. Okay! That... This guy's strong as hell! Are you joking? Through Colbur? I thought he was gonna live one. I thought he lived at +1. I must have EV'd that wrong. I really thought he lived. It probably wasn't even a higher roll. That thing is stupid strong. It probably was just a normal hit also. Oh, that crit. No, the crit, that doesn't matter. That's fine. Banded Jet Punch though. Ah, Pidgey. Okay. Just straight up Pidgey, that's fair. Again, I think this OHKOs unless he put a bunch of bulk in defense. No. No. Jet Punch. Jet Punch is gonna sweep game 1 for us. Beautiful. Palafin putting in work as well as a late game cleaner. Doing exactly what it did. Great. Everybody performed their role. Rotom didn't even need to come out and Titan just kind of was threatening, you know? That's all it needed to do. But on to game 2. Oof, okay. Back at it we go. This time I'm wondering if I want to go Gloom again, because... Or what he's going to do against the Glimmora. I mean, do I want to go Great Tusk? That's what I was trying to say. Do I want to go Great Tusk against Glamora again, or do I want to do Palafin in order to get his... hero mode activated? Or do I just go Slow King straight up? I mean, because that's just it. The Toxic Spikes don't even matter because of this thing, because of Glow King. So why don't we just go straight to Rotom? Rotom didn't get to come out last time. Now, this thing is going to do a lot, and I don't want to miss a Hydro Pump to not break the Sash. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the Energy Ball, hopefully live, and then Volt Switch out. Yeah, okay, cool. That was perfect. That's what we wanted. Because now, I think Palafin kills. It's at 299 speed, and I want to flip turn out. I'm flip turning out. Get damage on anything, and I do believe I knock this out. Beautiful, yep. And that's fine, because we just go right into Slow King, heat it up. We do give something a free turn of setup, but it also gives us a free turn to Chili out as well. Now that he knows I'm Colbert, he's unlikely to attack me pretty straight up with one of these two, unless Roaring Moon has Earthquake. Which it does tend to run. Roaring Moon tends to run Earthquake, so I'm guessing he might do that and switch that up to Earthquake this time instead of Crunch. Okay, Leafeon. This thing is probably banded from what we saw. This thing's banded. I don't think we lose to it. The question is, do I want to just go right for Chili and go to Titan for the Belly Drum? Because then knockoff is halved. Yeah, let's do it. Take the Colbert. We don't lose, we don't die to it. Oh my gosh, it does so much damage. That is insane damage. He must be adamant. I think he's adamant. He's speed correct on this team. My team is really easy to speed creep. That's my problem right now. However, that does let me go you and get the Belly Drum off, because then I won't have an item for his knockoff, because it is banded for sure. And at 75% with the defense boost and with 500 HP, I'm liking to think we would take this. Yeah, I don't think we're actually going to take all that much from this at all. So let's Belly Drum. Take that, eat our Citrus Berry. Have no item then for this knockoff. Yeah, only 29. We take that. Question is, do we knock it out? And we should. I think we should even knock it out with Ice Shard, to be honest. He might be defense invested, though, as part of his... Let's just Ice Shard. I'm a little worried about this thing. Because Earthquake is easy for everything on his team. The only thing that's not easy for it is Garganacl. And I think... So the problem is, I want to Ice Shard. I want to Ice Shard right here to knock this thing out. However, I think I need to Earthquake, because Ice Shard should knock out everything that's faster than me. The problem is... Really, except for Iron Moth, obviously. Iron Moth I need to hit with an Earthquake before the snow goes away. I think I'm going to Earthquake in case he goes Garg. Okay, cool. That's fine. Staying in and dying is also great. This was a little early for Titan, to be honest, because we're still worried about Iron Moth speed boost, which is faster than me, for the record. I don't know if he knows that. I don't think I can be faster than him. Oh, I can be. I should have been. I'm not, but I should have been. So the question is, what does he do here? And I think he attacks. I think he Fiery Dances here. So what we do is we go Palafin, hit that boy with a Jet Punch, I think. Do a Great Tusk? No. We could go Slow King, but he's taken a lot of damage. I don't really want that. Oh, I'm really tempted to go Palafin here. Palafin and take the Fiery Dance. Palafin to take the Fiery Dance, and then Jet Punch. I don't think Fiery Dance can burn. Now, the only thing that's a problem here is if he goes Roaring Moon. He goes Roaring Moon, I'm going to have to deal with it, but I can Jet Punch the rest of his team. The rest of his team is very Jet Punchable. Garganacci here, I think, gets 2 hit? Possibly? If he gets if his first turn is a curse, then maybe it would take 3. I'm not quite sure. We would have to see. I might not be able to boost past Garganacci here without Enamorous. I also haven't gotten Stealth Rocks up in either game. They weren't super impactful since the Focus Sash Mon was his lead, and it's likely that the... Nice, he gave us that. That was like the biggest threat on his team. The problem now is that Roaring Moon can come in and is able to Dragon Dance for free. I will go to Titan just to get 1 more Ice Shard off on him, because I'm not going to be able to Belly Drum again, obviously, as I am not at that amount of HP. The Crunch comes out immediately, actually, which means... I think I can just go straight into Enamorous, because I just wall this guy, and I can substitute. Oh, do I want to sub? If I substitute on Kilowattrel, I think that's actually fine as well. He might DD here. If he's aggro. Ooh, did he make this thing banded? Oh my god. The defense boost is really funny. The contrary defense boost is incredible. Alright, let's just go Superpower here. That thing is... I did not think that would do that much damage, to be honest. That thing is very, very strong. I need Enamorous for... Do I need Enamorous for Garganacci here? I don't have a Covert Cloak on anyone. I was very tempted to bring Covert Cloak Rotom for the Garganackle. But I want to save Rotom because he's one of my only special attackers. So I need the Hydro Pumps for Garganackle. I'm wondering if I go Great Tusk on the... If he does Hurricane, I mean, that's just a smart play. Doing a Hurricane for him for my Great Tusk would be very smart. I'm not quite sure what he'd do. I'm gonna go Great Tusk here, because if he does Thunderbolt or something, no, Air Slash, very smart. That was a great play. That was the right play. Life Orb doesn't bring the boots. I'm surprised. It worked out for him. Alright, if he switches in Garganackle here, he is super done for. However... Oh, the Terra Steel. I'm so sorry. That doesn't resist. Terra Steel. That's why I was watching for it, too. I was going to say, Terra Steel is not a resist. I have to hope he Salt Cures here. I think he curses, but he does Salt Cure. Okay, that's game. He didn't expect it to do that much, but it is banded. We are banded. Strong 2 games from Palafin doing his job at the end. That's the reason we brought him. Rotom and Great Tusk got to come out and do a little bit. Maybe I should say Rotom. Palafin doing the job I brought him for. Rotom and Titan got to both come out again this game too. All the team members showed up and did what they needed to do. Rotom doesn't really have a main job, but he pivoted. He was the backup plan for Garganackle. He did a lot. Rotom's a strong boy. Looking really good this season at 2-0. Thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you again next week.